the okay, so we're going into a philosophical conversation about the basis of our life. So thank you, Karen. Karen is part of the SIG on IoT. You know that we have this non-geographical chapter dealing with IoT. So I'm very glad to have you. So you got your 15 minutes, I believe, or something, 30 minutes to present us. Back to you, Karen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Karen from Armenia. Also, I present IOT SIG. Today, I would like to talk about IoT propaganda and IoT solution popularization among young people. And the first question: what is IoT? Somebody understand different at this thing. But practically every device which connected to internet and managed from internet, we can name IoT. If we look to tendency of increasing of IoT device, we see that the population of the world is increasing more slowly than in internet device. And about IoT market in the computer and mobile devices, we see that the tendency of increasing market of IoT is very, very high. Comparing, for example, for PCs is practically 0%. Mobile devices is very small. More increasing the IoT wide area and short area connection. When we search the area where, when using your IoT, mainly it's smart cities. The second is international IoT, also agriculture, connected health, smart homes, connected cars, wedding, smart utilities, and others. What know the young people to start it to develop and research IoT? There are many directions: hardware design, software development, communications, and security. And this area is very interesting for young people because we completely educated the main modern technologies. Very useful for research and starting development of IoT is IoT prototyping. Now there are many very cheap devices, which we can prototyping the IoT. There are famous two technologies, or two devices, Raspberry or Arduino. Arduino based, maybe no Arduino because Arduino not have internet connection. There are same technologies, for example, ESP8266 and other that allow very easily to young people to design not only locally managed device, a device which managed from internet. And if you use this technology, in this picture I show LEDs. It's LED basic devices. If you can manage the LEDs, on off LEDs, and measure the status of the LEDs, you solve the IoT basic solution. Have a basic solution for IoT. After that, you need a very interesting idea, because if you can manage LED, you can manage everybody, everything. What about IOT SIG, and what doing IOT SIG in IoT popularization? In last year, I saw organized a chapter on 2018, and in this case, in many countries, there are very interesting events concerning IoT design, IoT education. For example, in Armenia, we organize the lectures among students and scholars. Then we present our participants the basic of the internet, the basic of the development and constructing Internet of Things. For example, also in Georgia, I know they organized the hackathon. Also, when the young people try to in 1 or 2 days develop some basic solution of Internet of Things. Now, in this year, we also IOT SIG planning organized in Tbilisi opening periodic before the ENOG, the opening lecture about Internet of Things for domestic university students and regional universities. In these events, I know that participate the students from Armenia, from Ukraine, and maybe another countries also. A few words about technological education in Armenia. About 5 years ago, in Armenia started project named ARMAT. It's idea that educate the scholars from 10 to 18 in technology, science, and the same directions. Now, in the schools of Armenia, about 2,500 engineers laboratories, when the young people educate new technologies. They concentrated in 2 directions: 3D printing and robotics. In every years in Armenia, we have exhibitions of young people about the technology solutions. And now we have a very good result. 84% of ARMAT students admitted to the university. 39 working and studying. 35% employing students are involved in programming, and 12% implemented students have founded startups. We talk about the people about it from 10 or to 18. Our organization, our NGO's name Smart Cities, and our ideas is implemented technological innovations in community, empower the community through technology. And main idea that the no implemented the ready branding solution, technology solution in the community, and provide the participation of community members in this development, from idea, prototyping, implementing, and sharing the best results among other communities. We have after we, I must say because we non-government organization, we develop no commercial product, mainly products which show the possibility of using IoT project in different areas. First of this, this is a smart green project. During this project, we developed the greenhouse automation system for small greenhouse, because for big greenhouse there are developed such system, but they are very expensive. But if somebody have a small greenhouse, he can't automate them. And our solution, especially for small and middle greenhouse, they provide automation of temperature, humidity, concentration of CO2, and others. Other project is first of our project is the IoT power switch. Firstly, I say if you can let on or off, you can mainly solve the problem of Internet of Things. So our device is not commercial, but just showing the possibility, because such device, many China such device is productive. We just for educated, for showing the people the possibility of Internet of Things. Other our projects is air pollution network management system. When we use sensors, air sensor, and connect to the main system through internet, and provide the monitoring system around our capital. And last, our project is try to connect smart thermostat, which manage the temperature in the home or the office. When you in office, it provides a comfort temperature. If you go out, it decrease the temperature, and through this provides energy economy. Our idea that connect this system to Google Calendar, and when you set up events in Google Calendar, automatically this system provide a comfort temperature in the office. I think that's all my very short presentation. If you have any question, I will be ready to answer. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, I know. We got a second mic, do we? Okay, it's traveling over there. Perfect. Keep it further. So thank you, Karen. There is so much to say. You know that we at ISOC and Jiran will be able to further develop this later, today or tomorrow, about IoT. So, you know, we ourselves embarking on a campaign where we got specific targets on consumers' IoT. So it's very complementary. So I really like to see what you guys are doing. We will come back on what we try to achieve during the campaign. Well, you already know what we try to achieve. I had a simple question. I see some of your projects, and I appreciate that, are very focused to smart city, to some very concrete facilities or devices for consumers. Taking this smart and small stuff, That is something I'm very interested in. I happen to have one. I have given my data to Nest, meaning those guys, Google. So I don't know what they do with my data. What I know is that I have some, a device that might measure whether there is smoke in my place. And this device has a little lamp that, and this is how they explain it, is just something that show you that it functions each time you cross the lobby of your apartment, of your place. So when I cross my lobby at 3 a.m. to wash my hands, boom, I got this light. So at the end, Google knows that I wake up at 3 a.m., right? They don't know what they do with those data. I see that you guys are trying to link this thermostat to Google Calendar. So what are the guarantee about privacy that you have when you establish such a thermostat? Question, open question, and happy to hear what your thoughts are, because honestly, you give data to people to know when is it that you are there or leaving your home, when you're on holidays or what's happening, and especially on a Google Calendar, which means a lot to me. So do you have an answer?
Thank you very much. I repeat that our project is mainly educational and propaganda of IoT solutions. Our idea that in other case, you have a special web portal when you set up at this time, mainly what is the smart thermostat. You have some tools that set up that at this time I go out or at this time I come. And it no every day you use this possibility, because mainly you must configure. Our idea, maybe no calendar. The idea that if you working in some environment, for this example is Google Calendar. Maybe this, for example, hotel booking system. Idea that you set up your environment through not directly, but setting that in this time will be this temperature. I set up another properties which provide which the IoT system provides some doing of our or your actions. It not be maybe no Google Calendar. It may be some another self-developed or another system. The mainly idea that the set up your action. After that, the system automatically sets some setting in your environment.
Hands at 3 in the morning.
I was about that. Thank you, Milena. Too much information. I'm past 50, so you might understand. Too much information. Yeah, you're not 50 yet? Come on. Hans Peter.
Just to follow up, I really like this program, especially the educational part and using some Arduino or Raspberry-based things to understand the basic functioning of IoT. That's absolutely great. And I would like to see more of it, really more in more places. But if you educate people, why not start educating at the same time that privacy and holding your private data is also something which is necessary, which is a good goal or which is a good vision at least. So perhaps adding to this the principle of keeping your local data local. I'm running similar systems. I'm running several systems just for testing and have fun, but I'm trying to keep all this information on servers based somewhere in my basement. So not give Google information about my washing of hands. So, but still having the information in my system and using it. and still keeping the possibility to control it from the outside. If I want, I see that a phone call comes in, everything works, but in a very controlled way and not giving too much automatically. I know some of these kids really help you by using always large data silos on the internet. But I don't think that's the right solution. Keep things a little bit more local.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, I say it's educationally. Firstly, I say it's the learning such system increasing the motivation of young people, because they understand that it's not very difficult to develop such device. It's real. But another, of course, in this situation, also the people, the young people, educate in security. If and others, if we develop IoT systems, it's not mentioned. We must use Amazon service, Google service, or Microsoft. You can set up yourself systems very close and managed by this system. And concerning previous discussions, maybe you develop the system, the server IoT server. There are some open source or commercial system that can use this system. And finally, you can not use internet IoT system. You can prepare your web page. Through this page, you can manage your system. The IoT, not the IoT technology, not that you must use the public IoT services or private. Thanks.
Yes, I see. Yeah, please.
Since when do you start the young people program? How many years or has the young people program?
About Armad Pro, you talk about this. About 5 years. 5 years. In Armenia, not such many schools. It's about, if I know, about 1,200. About now is 200 have this engineering laboratory, and the engineering laboratory based in open source software, and in this laboratory, this laboratory very interesting for young people. Many of them can go to the class, but they go to these laboratories. In additionally, we one of such club we have in our community, and concerning our ideas that development will be connected with the community aims. Our guys, there are elevators. If you have elevator system with 2 elevators and 1 elevator, the guys develop the software that modulate the software, create the model, software model of working 1 or 2 elevator. And this software show that if you use 2 elevator, the energy using increasing by 15%. But if ask you elevator workers, they say better that 1 elevator is working. This case show that our guys develop not some software, not only participate or some meetings or some competition. They try to solve exactly community problem.
Any other question? I have another question for you. And so I understand your point, but I really appreciate what Hans-Peter said. My next question would be, what is the feedback from the community on those different aspects of your education? Because the word education to us is really central. I mean, IoT is just not the benefits of what technology can bring to you, but this is also the understanding that it's a very fragile ecosystem in which security and privacy are key. So people need to understand what it is that they do and what it is that they share and how it's being used. And as we know, we are very sensitive in the internet society about not only your inward security, which is the fact that your toaster won't blow in your face, but also outward security, where you are actually protecting your toaster on the internet because it might be used to launch a DDoS attack to the Bank of England or something. What kind of feedback do you have from the community on those different aspects? Do you have something you can share, or how does it work? What kind of feedback do you have?
Firstly, about security. The guys or students really understand about the security problem when it develops. If just listen, they say the security is second or third, or in the last party, firstly. And in this case, the development is trying to understanding for guys the security. After this, we have another projects in Armenia, also with named Safe Internet, and same. They learn especially the internet security for young people, for others, maybe. So.
Thank you very much. Clap for you, Karen. Thank you for this presentation.